Good evening everybody and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. This is ILR3 on the Xbox side. We are at round number 8 at the Temple of Speed in Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Tifosi favourite, and a lot of Ferrari fans will be in the grandstands tonight, I'm sure of it. I am Jess, and joining me in the commentary box as per usual is Jack. Hello Jack.
Hello. Yeah, no one's really gotten out so far, so I don't think this has been seen many times. I'm expecting to see quite a lot of differentiations in the strategy though, because super softs and softs is a viable strategy, but you're going to have to be ultra tight on to be able to do it. But I have seen people win with it before, whereas on the other side we're going to see people going soft to medium as well, those who just want to push a lot harder throughout the race. And I think we're missing a Force India, a Haas and a Toro Rosso, just to confirm that.
So the Force India were missing Ninja Dude. The
Ninja.
Haas, I can't remember. And
The Haas is, I want to say, I've forgotten his name. I'm really sorry, but I've forgotten his name. Carry on. I think the Toro Rosso is, again, I can't remember. I'm so bad with names.
yeah, I'm rubbish with names, so ignore us. But anyway, last week we saw Steerage take a win for the third time in a row, which means he extends his, closes his championship charge to Smasher Sam up front. He's in the pits right now, so it'll be interesting to see how he's like in Italy. And the gap is quite not that close to the other rivals, but we'll have to find out, as Rampage is retired from the session, unfortunate, so he'll be starting from the pits. Now apparently, according to some drivers, the pad doesn't have much of a disadvantage compared to other tracks. Italy doesn't have much of an effect on tyre wear, so we could see tonight more pace from the pad drivers and a lot of equal pace on those cars. So if they want to stay in the championship fight or stay in the constructors, then this is probably the track we'll see them do it. We'll have to wait and see. Last week's podium sitter Callum is on provisional pole with a medium tyre with a 121.1, but that is not the lap time that will get us pole today. We're probably going to see 119s, 120s.
Oh, wow.
Freyard,
Great lap from Freyard Wiz.
120.6 on the soft tyres. That is not too bad if you think about it, and Freyhard might want to set his lap time on the soft. Dragon Shanley, now if you want to know who Dragon Shanley is, he's ILR Bibbin. He's changed his gamer tag, so that is what he is, and he's just set a much quicker lap on the soft. So already the track's starting to evolve pretty quickly already. So how are they doing faster lap times on those softs? I really don't know, because I tend to struggle quite a bit there. But yeah, one stop no matter what in this race really. It just depends where you are on the circuit into what tyre you
Jason,
start on.
that was close. Yeah, Jason just got a big slide going through the second Lesmo. And I think, because we know Jason is on a pad, so I'm going to say that once and then we can get out of the way. The places where we're going to see the pad come into its own are, in the, look at the traction zones in particular, particularly out of turn 2, turn 5, and just when you're hard accelerating. Because they are on throttle for 75% of the lap. So that's probably why they have a less of a disadvantage, because, yeah, in 2017 it was the opposite way around. So it's only right that we have the wheel OP this time around. I mean, it's a bit of a shame that we can't have it equal, but there we go. That's just Codemasters, unfortunately.
Yeah, when will we have a game where the pad doesn't have like much of a disadvantage on tyre wear, but luckily we get to see the true depthness on the pad today. Jason is in P5 on the medium tyres. Now, I think in terms of tyres at the moment, probably going to give us a clear indication on strategy. Looks like I think we're going to be for a dry race, because otherwise there won't be that much people on the mediums. Because if I was doing a dry quali in a wet race, I would pretty much go on the supers, pretty much all of it, to burn the tyre alive. So looks like it will probably be a dry start to the race at least, unless the drivers are not telling us anything. But yeah, that'll probably be a relief, but it means it will be a bit hotter than usual. As only 17 drivers, about a lot of people not seeing a lap time. We're seeing quite a few invalidations, but we could see quite a lot of penalties as well. So we'll just have to find out. I'm just trying to see who's on our lap to follow.
Yeah, Jason's just about to finish one. He's on a much better lap than his previous one. He's actually just done a double lap. I guess on the mediums you can do that. I thought he was on a better lap, but he is going to pit. He's probably going to come in and put a set of softs on. I think my tyre of choice personally would be the softs, because then you can just start on the middle tyre.
Yeah.
You may be an advantage or a disadvantage depending on what everyone else is on, but I suspect it may be more of an advantage. And depending on what happens in the race, you can then dictate which tyre your second stint is going to be on. So if you're like, yeah, I've got a decent tyre wear, you can hang it out maybe 3, 4, 5 laps longer and go on the super soft instead of the medium. If you've been battling for most of that time, you might want to opt to go on the mediums instead, but that will mean you will be a lot slower for the end of the race because you'll be 2 compounds harder. But then again, you won't be at risk of getting a puncture. So it's up to the drivers, really.
Yeah, maybe the drivers will be looking at their tyre wear quite a lot this race if they're doing the soft strategy and deciding which tyre will be the best. But I think Jeff will have a look at their strategy in qualifying, see how their tyre management is like, and then see, right, it would be best to go on the mediums and then all the softs if they were going to soft. But supers, again, that is a bit of a call because the softs last about 14 laps. So if they start on the supers, probably the best strategy will probably go onto the mediums. But it is a bit too close to calls. We've seen Peanut going a little bit wide there in the, I can't remember what corner it was. It was, I think, turn 6. Yeah, it was turn 6. So he needs to gain a bit more time, I think, going into that corner. But only a few rounds left. I don't know who's going to win this championship. I think, to be honest, I think Hamilton's way out of it at the moment. I think it's going to be a two-way fight between Smasher Sam and Steerage, I think, for this championship. Sam really needs to get his act together again if he wants to get back to his form like he was at the beginning of the season. And he's 10th right now and still not set a lap time, whereas Steerage is in 4th.
Yeah, he did have a very good race. It's not that he's off form, it's just in Silverstone he did retire on track, which you're not allowed to do.
And he got
but then again, every now and again, your brain can just fade. It can just forget about these things sometimes. And he did have a pretty good. He had a very good comeback in Hockenheim. Went from last to P5, I think he was in the end.
That was brilliant.
Just behind, I think there was a big train of 4 cars. I think it was Hamilton, Callum G, Jason, and Steerage by the end, all in one pack. And then he didn't manage to get past any of the others, unfortunately for him. But yeah, I haven't actually seen. Actually, yeah, I am starting to see a lot more people come out on the super softs now. So I think we're going to see a big variation in strategies because some people are still on the mediums trying to set time. Steerage P5, IRT Hamilton, I think is setting a lap now. He is. A bit of an extension through Ascari. That is quite a hot spot for invalidation because that one takes no prisoners in that sort of term. I think he might be easing off. I think he's going to go again. Don't think he's that confident in this lap. He's going to accelerate back up. He's not easing off, so he should be going for another lap. Is Steerage out on track? He's about to be. He's going out on mediums again. So I think by mediums heavy start this time. He did invalidate his lap. There was no time registered on the board.
Yeah, Hamilton, I think, is probably going out for another one unless there is hasn't got enough fuel to get that lap. And Steerage just comes out of the pits right now to set another one. I thought Steerage was going to go on the softs. I'm quite shocked that Steerage is on the mediums at the moment. Is he going for the alternate strategy? Because I wouldn't recommend starting on the mediums because that has the less grip at all. I know we'll have more of a stint life, but most races I've seen in the last few days, I haven't seen much people start on the mediums unless they are pretty much last on the field. You're not going to gain much positions at the start, but knowing Steerage, you can make the alternate strategy work. So if there's a person that can do it, that'll probably be Steerage, I think. One who hasn't set a lap yet, Joker. He's going through sector 2. I'm just trying to see who else. Jack is on. No, Jack's in the pits.
Oh. I thought that was going to go on the grass. That was well saved from Joker. He went into turn to Lesmo 1. He got a lot of understeer through Lesmo 2 as well. He absolutely launched it into Lesmo 1. I thought he was going to go miles off into the gravel, but he managed to keep it on the tarmac somehow. Wow. And who was that? Epix goes fastest with a 20.1. I think the best quality laps we're going to be able to see is a high 19, probably. Maybe mid 19 if they're really quick.
Yeah. That is what I've seen in. That's what I remember in ILR7 when I was racing yesterday. I think the pole time was a 1:19ish. can't remember what exactly it was, but to be honest, Italy is a track where they practice a lot during time trials, so we could see a lot of fast laps here. Joker goes into the pits. I think everyone's going into the pits.
Editor
Right
Fawn's about
now.
to set a lap. He's P6 at the moment. Does he improve?
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's still in P6.
Oh,
Did he improve? He didn't move up any places.
Oh, he didn't move up on any places, but he improved his time by 1/10. I'm not sure if it was invalidated or not, but I didn't really catch my eye. I just saw that he was fast by a tenth. So he is improved on time, but not much on position. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I actually saw any changes in time on my screen, unless it's just glitched, which wouldn't surprise me.
It might have been invalidated lap time from edited form, so he might have to go out again.
He's not going to go again.
He is running out of fuel and he's on low EOS mode, so you'll probably have to go to the pit. But you'll probably be happy with P6, but if he wants to get better than that, you'll have to go out again probably. Callum's still in the pits, obviously 4 minutes to go. They'll have to wait until they want to be. To be honest, if you can agree on me in this chat, I think they want to be on the last person on track, especially around here, because it does evolve quite quickly around here. So they want to make sure that they're out with pretty much, I think, 2 minutes to go, roughly. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I've had to rush out to try and get a lap in before the time runs out. But we'll have to wait and see. And AJ is 5th at the moment, and Epic's,
he did do it on super softs, so.
Yeah. Yep, he's on the supers. He's gonna go. I think he's probably committing to the supers. At the moment, but I wonder if he goes down the field. I wonder if he's off for the soft. We'll just have to find out. Yeah, as we've still got 3 minutes left. The Ferraris, Lepper in the one Ferrari's in 10th, then the other Ferrari, Blaze Gun, is out. So the Tifosi not doing too well at the moment. They're not going to be too happy at the moment. So I swear it's a curse in ILR3. If it's a Tifosi track, the Ferraris don't tend to do well. So I have to wait and see anyway. Yeah.
Well, Wiz, 119.3. Great lap. Even on the supers, that is a fantastic lap from the Haas. I don't think I'm going to be able to see anybody beating that unless they go on supers.
119.3. Now, that's the fastest I've seen pretty much all week. From Freight, and he's been on the podium in Britain, I believe, and his performance is it's been very, very strong. He's had a few weak performances, but I think I can tell from his pace at the moment that he really can show it on a good day. He's been on the supers for quite a bit of time though, so that might compromise him in the race. He may have to pit a lap earlier. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who it is. It's probably someone slowing down, but yeah. Looks like he's on another fast lap, Jack. He's going again.
Oh, Callum G.
Callum G. He's 9th at the moment. Luckily he was on his out lap though, I think. So if it was his flyer, then he would have struggled a little bit. So thank goodness he was on his out lap.
Steerage is going to have to be quick if he wants to get back out and do a lap on the softs, because he's still in the pit lane. Hamilton's just going through Lesmo 1, so he's fine, just behind Smasher Sam. Smasher Sam is not set a lap yet, surprisingly, but he is on a soft tyre. I'm not sure if he's done, because it is showing that he has done some laps on super softs. I'm not sure if he's testing them out and then just aborted them right at the last minute. But Steerage is coming out. He's going to have to be, actually, he'll be fine. He's got 1 minute 40 left to get round a lap. And so he'll probably cross the line with around 20 seconds to spare, I would have thought.
Yeah, and it's a 1 minute and 90, 1 minute 20 lap he usually does. So yeah, he'll get there in time, just about. As long as he doesn't go too slowly. Oh yeah, he's trying to make sure he does get there, because I think he probably went a little bit later than usual. But even though he corner guided a little bit, I have a feeling he's going to make it anyway. As I think Shanley, also known as Bibbin, is on the lap right now, going through Scary, now going through a Parabolica. I wonder what lap time he's going to set on the start. He's on the supers actually. Ooh. So let's see if he goes across the line now.
Smasher Sam's not going to set a lap. He's not going to set a lap.
Bibbin is
he came out of that one last minute. He's not going to set a lap. Oh, no. He might have to do another lap to first here.
Oh, no, literally he's cutting the corners trying to save that lap. I think that might have put Hamilton off his lap again, which might not have helped. Now, Hopefully Sam doesn't do a Silverstone, and hopefully he doesn't retire on track. You're not meant to do that in ILR, unfortunately. So it's gonna be close if he's gonna make it. I don't think he
He
is.
might just get back round. He might just about do it. But I'm not sure. He's got 23 seconds and he's just come out of the Ascari chicane.
As long as he doesn't corner cut the last
I think he might do it. I think he might do it. He should do it.
Yeah.
I think Hamilton, he was ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton tried to get a bit of a slipstream. Sam didn't have the great first corner, so he's like, yeah, I'm not going to impede your lap. I'm just going to get out the way and then possibly go again. Smasher Sam is going to make it.
Yes,
He's
he does.
just got it. He's just got it.
He's going to be the last person to cross the line as well, so we'll keep an eye on Sam in a minute. But we got an Epix. Oh, that was close from Epix. I think he's going to... Is he going to go on another lap? He might. I don't know, but let's see if Steerage is on one. Steerage, let me just see what's high. He's on the soft. He's going through the start of sector 2, going through the other Les mode, going through the DRS straight. And he's not on the hottest DRS mode at the moment, as he bumps it up as he goes through the Scari now. Hopefully he doesn't bin it, as Bibbin is going into the pits right now. Freyhard is happy with his lap, he doesn't improve. And we'll see what Steerage
I just saw somebody going round. That's Jason.
Jason, let's see where he is.
He's not going to have the best starting position. He's down in 11th. He's going to have 3 tyre choices now, though. Now he's out of the top 10.
That's one advantage. The Steerage is coming across the line. One lap time lead, 1:19.9. That puts him third. So that doesn't improve on Bibbin's time. Where is Smasher Sam on circuit? He's going through the Parabolica. I think he's the only one that can do it. Hamilton I don't think can improve, but you never know. He might. I think that's.
Yeah, he's up. He is up.
Oh,
he doesn't improve by as much as I think he wanted to.
But Smasher Sam does get a lap in. It is validated, but it's only good enough for 5th. I think. Oh, Jason. No, Jason retired the car. So Freyhard then is on pole position. I do believe it's his first pole. He did get a podium in Silverstone, but I do believe it's his first pole. But what a stonker for a lap. If you look at the gap to leader, 4/10 per second. That's the biggest margin I've seen in a while. So great job from him. Set a lap time like that. Bibbin and Steerage are pretty close, but Freyhard to Bibbin, wow. Good result from him. I think he really wants that win now, and he's going to start on the super soft tyres. So looks like a super to medium stint for him, so I know he might push at the beginning.
You got to remember, those around him have done the laps in super soft tyres. So Steerage and Sam have actually put in very good laps.
Yes. They have, as I am going to go through the standings pretty quickly, as we've got Freyhard on pole with Dragon in 2nd, Steerage in 3rd, Epix 4th, Smasher Sam 5th, Edited Fawn 6th, Street Gamer 7th, Hamilton 8th, Callum G 9th, AJ H 10th, Jack 11th, Jason 12th, Peanut 13th, Leper 14th, Joker, Blazer Guns and Rampage did not set a lap time, but they'll get free choice anyway. Luckily, I didn't predict the quali, because I think I would have got it wrong anyway. I predicted the race last time, and I got absolutely roasted in the chat, or in the Twitter chat. So I don't know. I really don't know.
It all depends how those at the front can hold on to their super soft tyres, because if they can hold on to them for a while, granted they probably at the end of their stints they probably won't be as quick as those on the soft tyres, but if they do hang on to them, they might have a chance at the end, because they're going to be on the quicker soft tyres compared to mediums that I think some others might run. But then again, those on the softs, they can pick.
They can pick. They can either go soft to mediums or soft to supers. Like you said earlier on time management, if it gets to about lap 11 and they're like, oh, actually, I'm still feeling all right on those soft tyres, they can go to about lap 15, go on the supers, they last 11 laps, and really go to the end really well. So it is a bit of a gamble. That's why I like Italy so much. There's so many different strategies, and nobody I don't think will go for the 2-stop unless they have a massive accident. As we're going to the formation lap now, let's just check the tyre choices. Wow, we got a mixture already on the field. I thought the top 10 would go on the all the supers, but they're all mixed around. And we've got Freyhard, Bibbin, Epix, Edited Fawn, and AGH in the top 10 on the supers. We've got Steerage, Smasher Sam, Street Gamer, Hamilton, Callum G on the softs. Outside the top 10, we've got Jack, Joker, and Rampage on the soft. They're smart ones, I think, because they get choice of their second stint. And Jason on the mediums, Leopard on the mediums, Blazer Gun on the mediums. Now, a gamble, I think, for Peanut on the supers in his 13th. Now, he really needs to manage his tyres if he wants to get up. But if he gains positions, that'll be good for him. But if he doesn't, it might not cost him. It might cost him a little bit if he chooses to put on the mediums. We'll have to wait and see. But we've a mixture than we thought. But I think it's going to make for a very interesting race. I'm looking.
Yeah, I think those on the supers. Yeah, sorry. Those on the supers initially are going to be a lot quicker than those in the softs, because they're going to be warm. They're going to be warmed up. They're going to be rubbered in as well. But I'd say around lap 3 to 4, we will start seeing them fall back into the softs, and they'll be reasonably similar on pace for a few laps. And then the crossover point will occur, and the soft runners will be have less worn tyres than the super softs, and then just be a lot quicker. And also, you've got to remember, in this game, the softest tyres overheat like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So I think Hamilton disqualified from the session,
and
Callum G.
I think it must have been an issue with them two. It must have been, because they were both disqualified at the same time. We were hoping, Jab, we weren't going to get anyone disqualified, but looks like we did. But I didn't say anything.
It's only two.
That's
reasonable.
It's not my fault this time, so I didn't say anything.
It has only been 2.
Yeah, that's good. I'm not going to say anything more. I think we're going to be okay, as the AI is pretty much going to control everybody, as we're waiting for the last few people to get on the grid. As Joker.
Yeah, this is what I don't like about. I want F1 2019. They make you do the whole formation lap, and then don't let you do the good bit, which is lining up. But never mind. I'll keep an eye on the supercharge as well.
I really do hope they do that in the game. But anyway, we are about to get underway here in Monza. The 5 red lights are about to come on your screen. Freyhard's on the right, Bibbin's on the left. We are going to be underway, and it looks like a very decent start from the both of them into turn 1, but Freyhard had a better start. Epic's had a good start as well. Steering just dropped massively and down into 4th place.
Big incident.
Oh, it does. We've got carbon fibre running everywhere. As Hamilton has dropped it. It looks like he doesn't have any damage though so far. And I was going to say, can they make it cleanly through turn 1? The answer is no, as the two Saubers are running side by side. We've got a yellow flag, and Blazer Gun's just got a penalty. That might be contested, I'm not sure. But we've already seen some intense battles as Rampage just got past his teammate Peanut and up into 7th. Edited Fawn's dropped quite massively as well. Oh, this is quite a chaotic start already, and Hamilton's gained quite a bit. Stewie just managed to get his position back. Wow.
Yeah, I think I saw 2 separate incidents then. I didn't really catch what happened right in the pack, because it was right in the pack. Generally, I'm not too sure who it was, but I think it was a Ferrari going off, spearing off to the right-hand side and coming back onto the track, and a lot of cars got caught up in it. I think Callum G was caught up in it. Hamilton was caught up into it. There was 2 Renaults that were caught up in it. And then I think it was Jason. Oh, that's Blazer Guns.
He's been in a
take part in qualifying.
He binned it in a Scary. That was a nasty crash.
I think that's VSC, but I'm not sure. Did everyone slow up then? No, that's just me being an idiot. There's quite a few damaged front wings, so I think we're going to see quite a few people in on the first lap. And currently, Rampage is up the most positions, and the 2 Saubers are going to be battling into turn 1. No, they don't make a move on each other. One on the super soft tyres, one on the soft tyres.
Street Gamer,
massive
corner
car.
car.
Hell?
That was a massive corner cut, but the 2 Saubers are still fighting again, going towards turn 3. They're doing ever so well. Peanut trying to hold. Oh my god! Oh my god! What has just happened there? Rampage, his front wing has gone off, and the 2 Saubers have made contact. Peanut, I think, has got off the least light. I think Peanut's all right. Won't be surprised if it was desync. I'm not entirely sure, but he is lagging quite a bit, Peanut, so I won't be surprised if that happened. That looked like a nasty crash from them, but Freyhard already pulling away from Bibbin, 1.6 seconds. That is good stuff. Oh my God, this has been chaos already. We're not even halfway through this race. As Jason is 1/10 behind Joker, so he's doing quite well. Let me just I'll just get the positions up so it's ready for when we do the supercharge. Oh, don't worry, I haven't forgotten that.
It's too tied. I think it's going to go to Joker, actually, because Rampage did have it, and then he lost his front wing against his teammate. Actually, no, Edited Vaughan is quite a long way behind. So, again, I think it is going to go to Joker. He's going to make up that place anyway in a minute. But Jason, that was a big spike of lag. But
yeah, I got that
I don't
as well.
think it affected the drivers. Jason is going to try and go around the outside, and he brakes so much later than the Williams. Still makes the corner. What a move that was from the Red Bull of ILRT Jason. That pad disadvantage is not showing to be that evident in this race. If Jason can do moves like that, I can't wait until he catches up to the Sauber ahead of him.
Yes, and the tyres that he's on is on the mediums. I wasn't expecting him to pull off a stunt like that on the mediums, and he got a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, he's got to pull away, but I thought he wouldn't pull away like that. So if he's looking like this, he could go on for a very good result. Maybe he's chosen the mediums because he knows that the pad tyre wear is not as good as on the wheel. But usually I thought the mediums wouldn't do as well. Actually, it's doing quite good. But again, it depends where you qualify.
Oh, Joker needs to stop outbraking himself. He did get the Supercharge award because he crossed the line in P7 and no one else was up 7 at that point. So I think Rampage lost the position before he managed to get across the line. So Joker has got the Supercharge award, but he's not helping himself now because he keeps outbraking himself so much in some of the corners.
Yes.
He's not going to catch up to Jason like that.
No, he's not. He's already Jason's already balling away, 1.2 seconds. So Joker's got to find some time somehow. And if you're not careful, Joker might have to be forced to do a softer medium strategy. And
Shanley just got in the grass a little bit. He's going to try and pull away from the straight, even though Steerage has got slipstream on him. There's no DRS through the Curva Grande. There's 2 DRS zones. I don't know how there's only 2 DRS zones around the temper speed, but there is only 2. Although a third would be very attractive indeed.
That's allowing.
So he's going to start catching up. Dragon Shanley keeps going through the grass on exit, which is not helping his rears at all. He's going to keep losing more and more grip the more times he does that. He's only around 6/10 behind. Special Sam almost 2 seconds behind ILRT Steerage. Callum G and AOR Edited Vaughan is still close together as well. But I think this is one of the biggest battles we've got at the moment between Dragon Shanley and Steerage. I think Steerage should be able to get past reasonably quickly just because of the differences in tyre and how quickly they're wearing as well.
Yes, and I think what happened to Bibbin now is he probably went on the throttle a little bit too early, and that probably cost him to lose a bit of time. That's allowing Steerage to catch up. That's a mistake a few people were making in the few races I've seen. So
here he comes.
Here comes Steerage.
Up the inside, maybe.
Going to
no, they both brake. They both brake reasonably at the same time. Dragon Shanley, I'm surprised, managed to get it slowed down, but those rears are really killing that Toro Rosso at the moment. He can slow it down fine, but he can't get it off the corners fine. And Steerage, I think he actually lifted off the throttle a bit then to let Steerage pass. There's not much point fighting him. He's not going to be able to keep him behind much longer anyway, even if he did fight. So now Steerage is going to try and catch up to the Haas of Freyhard Wiz ahead.
And Freyhard's on the super, Steerage is on the soft, so the softs are going to die quicker than the supers are going to die quicker than the soft, sorry. So Steerage will probably be able to make the move soon as well. Now if Shanley's not careful, Smasher Sam can catch up very quickly as well, and he already is going through, approaching turn 7 and 8, so he's around 1.2 seconds, so he's doing quite well as well. And let me just look at the biggest losers actually. The biggest losers has got to be, I think, Hamilton, AJH, Jack. They've lost about 5 positions already, and so has Edited Vaughan. Callum's only lost 1, so he's not doing too bad, but we've seen quite a few people lost positions already. But Peanut...
Yeah, though most of them that have lost big positions were the victim of that big shunt down to turn 1 at the start that involved probably around 5-6 cars. So Callum G's not doing too bad. He's having to do a bit of a recovery drive. He's 30 seconds behind Joker at the moment. That just shows who had an incident at the start and who didn't. He's got 2 races at the moment, Group A and Group B. But ILC Hamilton's starting to catch up to Left Affinity. I think it's going to be a battle for the last point, unfortunately, between these 7.
Yes, that is going to be close, but we watched the turn 1 incident, and we all know in most league races it's not over in lap 1, turn 1, and some people just don't understand that. As Street Gamer almost went wide in the gravel, but luckily he saved it a little bit there. I don't think Sam is going to catch up on this lap, but Hamilton's right on the back of the other Ferrari of Lepper as he tries to make a move around the outside. He does it quite well, actually. Lepper trying to defend on the inside, but couldn't quite work. So there goes Hamilton up into P12, trying to make up for lost time, and he's going to try to catch up to Edited 4 next, as Peanut has got a 3-second time penalty.
It's a reasonable track to for penalties. It's not too bad, but it's not the greatest either. Shanley doing a bit reminiscent of Ken Block going through Parabolica then. That was quite interesting to watch. Well saved though. So steerage is around 1.3 behind Freyard Wiz. He's gaining around, I'd say, 3-4 tenths a lap. The Freyard Wiz is holding on to those supers pretty well at the moment. He's holding on to them better than Zhang and Shani was. The Zhang and Shani, the more you struggle with them, the quicker they go down. So sort of a snowball effect. So I wouldn't be surprised if Smasher Sam gets him in the next sector.
Yeah, I've just noticed the lap time that he's gained. He gained massive lap time on that lap. He might get it now. He goes around the inside. Oh, a bit of touch in there. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact.
Oh, Shanley.
Shanley and Sam, they made a bit of a mistake there. Shanley's gone a bit wide there. I don't think there was damage, I think, but Shanley really needs to get the hammer down, but not really hold up Sam pretty much. We might get the chance on the DRS. Shanley has lost DRS, unfortunately. Sam is going to still get DRS. Sam is going to go around the outside of Shanley. Can Sam do it? Yes, he easily does it. Oh, a little bit late on the brakes almost, but Sam, what good move from him, as that was close again, but Sam now up into 3-3 and he's going to catch up to steerage again. Shanley's going to have another look once again.
Shanley's going to come back at Sam.
He goes around the Parabolica.
He's going to outbrake himself, and I think Sam's going to look for a switchback. But he's going to get DRS or whatever. I think he's going to get back past Shanley regardless before turn 1. He's really close. He's going to get DRS. He's probably over a kilometre long straight. So yeah, there he goes, unless Shanley wants to go up the inside again. I wouldn't have thought he did, but he tries. They both lock up their right front, and neither of them come to contact. I think that incident at the second chicane is going to be brought to the stewards afterwards.
Yeah.
I think Shanley was Sam made what he had of the room that he had. I don't know what that means. He made the move stick with the room that he had. That's what I was meant to say. And then he sort of tried to come back at Sam, but he cut the corner at the same time. I'm not too really sure what he was trying to do there. But yeah, he did hold up Sam a lot longer than he needed to.
Yeah, to be honest, I won't be that surprised.
Oh, he's gone in the gravel again.
I won't be that surprised if it's taken to the stewards, to be honest, because forcing people off the track like that is not the best way to get a move done, really. But luckily, no damages are there, so it should be fine. As we do see the Williams not that far behind Shanley either, so I think, Jack, Shanley's tyres are super soft, are starting to die a lot quicker than we thought. So it looks like supers to mediums for him, like we said earlier, as Epic is going around.
I think Freyard Wiz is going to try and go supers to softs because he's looking good, and steerage, I want to say, he sort of halted steerage's charge for the minute. He's not catching up nearly as much as he would want to. Hamilton's making up moves as well. He was 14th the last time I looked at him, now he's P12. So he's starting to make up moves as well. Callum G's gained 5 seconds on Joker since I last looked at him as well. Epix and Dragon Shanley going in it. Epix is past Shanley, so that just shows these guys are on the same tyres, and that just shows how much Shanley's struggling. He gets on the grass there as well.
So Epix could be looking for, I think, supers to softs if he carries on managing his tyres quite well. He doesn't seem to be struggling at all. He manages to focus very well as he's already trying to catch up to Smasher Sam. He already is, in fact, as well. But he can't push too much because otherwise he could be forced onto supers to mediums. We'll have to wait and see. Got yellow flag in centre 2. Don't know what's happened there. A Street Gamer goes past Jason. That might be something to do with that. I'm not sure, but it might be something else. Oh, his Street Gamer slows down a little bit into Lesmo, second Lesmo.
I'm really not too sure what that was for because I didn't actually see anything. I scrolled through and everyone was still on the track. Yeah. I think that just might be one of those just mandatory yellows this game throws out every now and again.
Yeah, well, hopefully he doesn't do that on this game.
Street Gamer.
Oh, Jason and Street Gamer. Oh, I don't. It looked like, I'm not sure if they made contact, but they were.
Yes, they did. They definitely did.
They did. Oh, and they both forced off, and Street Gamer's out of the race. That there's going to be so many stewards inquiries after this race. It's been a crazy race so far.
Yeah, that was Street Gamer's fault, no question.
Yeah, it looked like it was Street Gamer. Jason had nowhere to go there as well. Definitely Jason will take that in. And Jason does he's going into the pits right now. He must be fuming right now. Shanley is going into the pits. He's got hold up a little bit. And Shanley, as luck will have it, he goes to the mediums. Will go to the end of the race. But watch out for him. Hopefully he doesn't get a puncture. He shouldn't do. He should be fine. But he needs to watch out for guys around him who will be on the softer tyre at that point.
Oh, Freyhard whiz! Oh, he's lost his front wing. He's completely lost it.
Oh no, as he bins it in turn 7. I completely missed that. So that means Smasher Sam gets past him. Did
he may not all be lost if he comes in on this lap.
Did you see what
he
happened?
just lost it on the exit. He just lost it on the exit. I was on board with steerage, and I think he was starting to become a bit under pressure. So it is going to be medium now for Freyhard whiz. He's just going to have to be careful.
He's got a puncher. I'm sure he's got a puncher.
Yeah, he's definitely got a puncher. I think that's what he was. Yeah, he's got a puncture left rear. I think that might be contact he had with the wall. Oh, he's got.
Oh no, is he going to be out?
Lost.
No, don't. Hopefully he doesn't go out, because if he could just limp it to the pits, he should be able to go on to a set of mediums. Oh yeah, he does make it into the pits. There he goes, and then Peanuts, Epics. He goes into the pits as well. That's worked very well for steerage, as he's already pulling a 5-second gap from Smasher Sam. He's on a roll as well. He could be on a roll. If it keeps us up, steerage could possibly close up even more to Smasher Sam, which is what he needs right now. But yeah, Freyhard will come to bite him, I think. What a shame. I think it wasn't anything that any of the other drivers had done. I think it was a mistake that he had done. I think he might have over-pushed it with his tyres, and that might have caused it to bin it a little bit. Which is a shame for Freyhard. He was looking so strong in qualifying and for the first half of this race.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, because I know when you make a mistake like that, all he did was tap the grass a little bit, and on one set of super soft tyres, that can completely kill your race. I know he's made such a small mistake, and it's had such a big consequence. He's out of points at the moment, but he has put on soft tyres. He's going mediums then.
Yeah, he's
not going to risk it.
No. I think he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get a puncture, and he knows he's probably his tyres were dying a little bit, so that's probably why. So, most platforms, pretty much all platforms, they're not the same. In some platforms, you can go on the softs for quite a long time, then go on to the supers. On Xbox, it's not like that. Oh, as Epics there is very close to steerage onto turn 1.
Ooh, here they go. I think steerage should get the better of him. Jason gets the fastest lap on soft tyres. Is Epic's going to go up the inside? No, he's not. He concedes to steerage. Steerage goes wide, though.
I think that'll be a warning, for steerage, as Epics looks to go for another move.
He's going to go back up the inside. I think Joker's going to reclaim the place. He does. Steerage went like that. That was a mistake all by himself on cold tyres. I think that's the biggest reason why his back end escaped from him.
I think I called Joker Epics there. My bad. The Williams are close enough to each other anyway. Steerage could have another round the outside of Joker. So here comes Steerage. Oh, a bit wide again. But luckily they're alright. Oh, this is close once more. This is going to be tight. As Joker's on 11 lap on soft. He can go to the supers, I think, if he looks like it. Peanut getting a 3-second time penalty. As Joker's right on the back of him. Will Joker be forced to go into the pits? No, he stays out. As he could be in a couple of laps' time though, because he's been battling so much. As more people have pitted. I think Peanut's pitted, Dragon Shanley's pitted, Steerage is pitted.
Sam and Joker are the only two that haven't pitted yet.
Yeah,
I think Joker's going to try and he's trying to elongate his soft stint, and he's going to try and do super softs at the end. He's not having to go at steerage any longer. I think if I was Sam, I'd be looking at this very happily, because if these two battle anymore, that's going to make, I think the pit stop time's 23 seconds, but I'm not sure. So steerage is still probably going to jump him, but by not as big a margin that as he had before, because that battle with Joker probably went on a bit longer than it should have done.
End of lap 14, end of lap 15-ish was where we could see if people want to go on the supers from the soft, that is where people can start to go on. So yeah, if I was Sam now, I would go on the supers, to be honest. It is a lot faster, and you can probably go and possibly, even if steerage goes ahead of you, in a few laps you can probably go past him. So I think that's what Sam is thinking, and he's doing well. He's managing his tyres better than steerage, and despite that incident he's had before, he's driving very cleanly. Let's see what other battles we got. Hamilton, Fawn, and Jason as well. Jason getting a penalty for his Scary. No, it's not. I was ball with Edison Fawn, but Jason got a penalty anyway for his Scary. Jason is ahead of Hamilton. Edison Fawn is going to look around the inside, maybe. Hamilton, it just goes ahead, but Freyhard and Edison Fawn are fighting for position. Freyhard, I think, gets him on that last lap. Edison Fawn goes around the inside, now goes to the outside. All these are going to be tight into turn one. I think Edison Fawn runs out DRS, and
he backed out of that one. Yeah. Backed out of the one big time.
I think he knew he had to concede the place, I think. So otherwise it would have been another mighty shunt in turn one, and you wouldn't want to happen that. As we lost the second Ferrari, so both of the Ferraris are out of this race. Leclerc is out, makes it our fourth retirement, and I think we missed Jack's retirement as well. Jack unfortunately has retired from the session. Not quite sure what happened there with Jack, but yeah, that was a shame. But Callum
I think he just gave up. I saw his car pulled over at Curva Grande. I think Peanut must have made a mistake, because Callum G still had DRS going into Ascari, so I think Peanut must have got a bit of a slide on. Oh, that was saved.
Unfortunately, the camera cut off quite short, that I didn't see what happened there, but that was an almighty save. As Sam goes into the pits. Now, let's just go on board with Sam. What tyres is he going to go on? He is on the supers, like we thought was going to be. Good moves from Smasher Sam.
Those going to be destroyed by the end if he doesn't take care of those. So steerage has not got that tyre anxiety that Sam has. Sam's going to probably catch up to steerage very quickly in this early phase.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to fall back on him in the last couple of laps, just because of how warm the super softs are going to be.
Yeah, the super softs are going to last quite. I think if the supers will last this distance, if you're right at the back and have clear air in front of you. If you're battling with someone like Steerage, Joker, and Epics as well, not that far behind, then I don't think it's going to last very long. So it depends, like we said, it depends on track position, if you have clean air or not.
I like to see Hamilton and Freyhard Wiz trying to second guess each other then.
Wow.
Hamilton got him up the inside into the second chicane, and then Hamilton didn't get the greatest exit out of turn 5, and then Freyhard Wiz tried to send it back up the inside. Hamilton just squeezed him enough, so his half a car's whipped on the inside, but he didn't have enough room to send it. Freyhard Wiz is sending it again into Ascari, no contact. Hamilton hangs it around the outside. It's good defending from the Mercedes, but no DRS down here. Not to say he's not going to have a move into Parabolic, because the slipstream effect around here is just ridiculous. It's like F1 2011 sort of levels. And Hamilton concedes again. There's a great battle going on between the Haas and the Mercedes at the moment. Yeah,
and they'll probably be loving this, even though they're pretty much fighting for points, pretty much. But don't forget
Peanuts.
Freyhard penalty. But Hamilton is going to go around the outside of Freyhard, but he does it easily this time, and he's up into 8. Peanut is about 4 tenths behind Callum G, so that could be another good battle to watch as they're going through the turn 3 and 4 now. As I think Peanut stays behind for now, as he's closing up a bit to Callum at this stage. Callum in another good position, but we haven't seen what the penalties are like, but we will check that towards the end of the race for you. So do not.
I'll do that now.
Steerage gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's going to put less pressure on Sam, and he could make sure that he conserves his tyres a little bit. But Freyhard is still right on the back of Hamilton. Freyhard's going to take the outside line. Jason gets another penalty, but going for a Ascari. Freyhard easily gets the move done.
Great move.
That was a very good move from him. He looked, to be honest, looking at that, I think you can agree with me, he looked very committed going for a Ascari there, and that's what helped him, as Hamilton is already losing a bit of time to him.
Yeah, I think the thing that's keeping the two intact at the moment is the harder tyre that Hamilton's got. Freyhard Wiz, I don't think, how long has he had them on for? He's had them on for 6 laps. It's going to be borderline whether he can get them to the end or not, because Russia Sam is going to have to do 12 laps on supers. Freyhard Wiz is going to have to do 17 laps on softs. So it's round about the equal difference compared to how quickly they're going to go in at the end of the race. So Freyhard Wiz and Sam are going to find themselves in similar situations, and Sam isn't catching up as much as I thought he would be. And then again, he only needs to be in that 3 seconds at the moment to steerage, because Sam hasn't got a single warning.
I think that's what I've said. I think Jeff told him that the car ahead of him had got a time penalty, and he doesn't have to push as hard as long as he can.
Yeah, he went very slowly through Ascari then.
Yeah, so he is trying to save his tyre life, and that could help him. And I think his tyres will just about make it to the end, and he can still push towards the end for steerage. And I won't be surprised if Sam's on lean fuel mixture at the moment and low ERS just until. But if he drops below that 3 seconds, above that 3 seconds, he'll have to push again. But at the moment, he's all right, and that's really going to help him right now. Pina is in P6. Hamilton and Freyhard are fighting again. Get past him.
Freyhard's going to get DRS though. He's probably going to be past Hamilton again by the time they get to turn 1. One of these 5, if that move is completely done, I don't think they're even going to have to dive. They probably won't lose that much time. Big lag spike. Luckily Hamilton broke as the lag spike happened, but
ghosted.
I think that just spooked Wiz a bit. Yeah.
I think if you're like that, I think ghosting is a good idea. Even if you get hold up in qualifying, I think. As Hamilton's got a red bar on my screen, so maybe his connection is struggling a little bit more. Oh, okay. So it might be just me probably because I'm streaming. But anyway, Freyhard is trying his best to catch up to him. Jason's 4/10 behind Peanut as well, so that could be quite intense as we go towards the end. And AJH, wow, said the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but he has advanced to clean air, of course. Freyhard looks to the inside of Hamilton. Going for Ascari, let's see what he can do. Ooh, that might have been looked at a little bit, but Hamilton gets it past. Freyhard goes to the inside. We've got Jason made his way past Peanut, and we didn't see up into 5th. And
bit of contact.
Bit of contact between these
Nothing
two.
to worry about though.
No damage from these two drivers, luckily. As Hamilton goes to the pits.
I keep forgetting he's had these on since the start.
No, he did. Don't forget, Jack. He did pit at the beginning.
Yeah, he was in the incident.
There was an incident. So, and there was a similar situation last night where there was someone involved in an incident, pitted about lap 2, thinking he was going to make these medium tyres to the end, and got a puncture right towards the end, and he retired from the Grand Prix. So Hamilton is really saving himself there, and he wants to make sure he doesn't get a puncture like the Sauber driver did yesterday. So good move from Hamilton. He knows he's not in a position to fight, but he's 8 seconds on. I was going to say, if he had a soft or medium run ahead of him, he can catch up to these guys. But since Callum and Joker on similar strategies, that could be tight if he can get a points position. We'll have to wait and see. Sam is pushing. I thought he would conserve a bit.
He's going to catch him.
Pushing.
He is catching him. I think the thing that's going to be giving Sam the most anxiety at the moment is he going to get a puncture close to the end? Because earlier on he was not pushing at all. He took Ascari in 7th gear. It just shows how much he's trying to save those tyres. Rampage gets lapped by Epix. Epix hasn't really compromised his corner. to get past the Sauber, but then the Sauber was coming out the pits. There wasn't really much he could do. You can't deviate from the line because you get a penalty if you go over the pit lane exit line. As the yellows in sector 2, AGH is round.
That is, yeah, that is broken the brake marker board, and I know a few people do rely on that, so that is probably going to hurt a few people, unfortunately, because when I get around it, I rely on the brake markers too much, I think, when I look at braking points. And Edited Fawn is in the pit.
Peanut. Ooh, ah. He just outbroke himself completely. He went over the speed bumps and then into the gravel on the outside, so there's too much speed from Peanut then. Jason is now over 3 seconds ahead of him. And I think he only made the overtake last lap, so it just shows how much Peanut is struggling. Only on 9-lap-old mediums though, so I'm not too sure if he just hasn't got any temperature in them or what, but Shanley is doing well as well. But he's going to have to do... Actually, no, he should be good to the end. I think there's a solid P4 for Shanley. Whatever happens. Joker!
Let's see, let's go on board with Hamilton then. I don't think we're going to... I didn't see what happened, but I saw...
Oh, he did what Freyhard did.
Did he bin it in the
bigger consequence. No, he binned it in Lesmo 2.
Lesmo 2, so I think we missed that, unfortunately. I think we missed that car, which is... Yeah. I'll see if I can go on board with the other cars, but I don't think I can. No, I can't. So, yeah, what a shame from Joker there to lose out. He was running so well as well. He was on for a good points finish as well in the Williams. So, hopefully he can recover next race. And I think for a few of these guys, they're already out in the championship fight anyway, so they're going to go and have some fun. I don't think we're going to see that much battling towards the end, apart from, I think, between Freyhard and Peanut, and between Smasher Sam and Steerage, and AJH and Rampage maybe having a little bit. No, that's because Joker retired. My bad.
Epic's getting past AJH into Ascari. There's not really no battles going on at the moment, apart from AJH and Rampage. AJH is trying to get that latent slipstream off of Epics. He's not going to make a move on him because that would be stupid, because then you just have to let him back past again. AJH is going to have to try and do most of his defending from Rampage. I think that's why he's trying to get into that slipstream. They're both going to get DRS because you get DRS from lap cars as well. Actually, AJH activates his really late. Rampage is going to have to go around the outside if he wants to make the move stick. AJH has got the slipstream from Epics, and they're going to... This is going to be close. Neither of them really impede Epics. Rampage goes around the outside in a much fresher set of tyres. AJ's trying to take on in there, and he actually does. He managed to keep a similar amount of traction compared to the Sauber, who is on the softer tyres. There's a bit of elbows out action all the way, and that was desync.
That was definitely desync.
Nice one, Codemasters.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That definitely looked like it there because... yeah, that was unfortunate for ADH, but I think with the contact model of this game, you're still going to go side by side, and then you're still going to have desync issues. I think it's going to get to a point where I don't think it will be fixed at all, which will be a bit of a shame, really. Sam is 1.2 behind Steerage. Now, he can't afford to push that much. He needs to conserve a bit more, I think. He should know that Steerage has got that penalty. AJ just got a time penalty. I won't be surprised if AJ tires the car. His front left are not having a good time. He is going into the gravel. Yeah, he's not having a good time at all, so let's not follow him. But Sam's in DRS range of Steerage now, Jack.
Yeah, I would have thought he may put a move on him, but he might not, because he knows putting a move on him is going to increase his tyre wear a significant amount. And obviously, with it only being a half race, they've compensated with that by making it so the tyres wear twice as quickly. So you still have a realistic BSC.
Right, what has caused that? That's probably AJH.
I think that might be AJH's Renault stranded in the gravel. Also, not to put down on things, but I might have to bail early because I've got a takeaway coming.
Yeah, that's
not
fine.
yet. If I suddenly go quiet, then you'll know what's happened.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm not gonna panic if the party goes. So just tell me when you're going, and that should be fine. Because then I won't be panicked or anything, and I don't have to re-invite you. But anyway, lap 23-27 then. With still virtual safety car, and I wonder, is that going to come with good time for some people? dive into the pits. I think it's going to go, no, it's not that long at all. I don't think that virtual safety car, so that's...
Oh, wow. Sam really did not get a great restart then.
No. 2.3 seconds down
He's
the
gone
road.
from 0.8 behind to 2.2 behind. So he was obviously trying to warm up his brakes when the VSC got released. So he was standing still while Steerage was already storming off into the distance. So that has worked out quite well for Steerage.
Yeah, that's worked out massively for the Mercedes driver as he's looking to get rid of that deficit. He really needs to pull away now. But I think Sam claws back the time that he's gained. I think he's going to gain about a few tenths per sector, I think. But another battle we could potentially see is between Freyhard and Peanut potentially, but you never know how this is going to end up. We'll have to wait and see. As let us know in the comments your driver of the day calls. I don't know at the moment who the driver of the day is. It could be, I think it could potentially be between, I think, probably Sam. No, Sam might have had an incident, I don't know. But Epic is trying to keep out of trouble as well, so we had some good ones potentially. And we haven't seen a retirement from Rampage yet, which is a first. So
I'd go for either Sam or Peanut. Peanut made the most of that collision at the start. He managed to dodge all the carnage, and he's coming out in P5, which is a great result. But Freyhard is very close behind him. Even if he goes down to P6, he'll still be a great candidate for it.
And he did retire last week, I believe, Peanut, and it's his second race in ILR today. So if he gets P5, it will be his best result because he'll score some good points. So he'll be really delighted with that. I've seen him in other leagues where he's been inconsistent and he's gone wide in the gravel there. That's probably a warning for him. That's probably going to give Freyhard a bit more time to play with. 2 more laps to go. Does Peanut have any penalties, Jack?
Let me check.
I don't know.
Oh, he's got 3.
And 3 seconds or
3 penalties.
How about Freyhard?
3 penalties.
I know Freyhard's got quite
Freyhard.
a few.
Oh, they're swapping positions.
That must have been a...
Freyhard has 2 penalties.
So yeah, I think Peanut is laying him through. I think probably due to probably less penalties, I don't know. As Hamilton's saying the fastest lap, well, it is quite obvious on the super softs, but we could see Edison Ford and Rampage get a faster lap in there, you never know. Steerage still leads on track by 2.1, but it looks like Sam will still get the win. It's kind of like roles reversal, because I think the last race Sam won on track, but Steerage won on penalties. But it could be a role reversal here, that Steerage won on track and Sam wins on penalties. So it's kind of like a role switch here. As Shan leads about 2 seconds behind Epic, Speed got penalties anyway. Peanut right behind Freyhard as he goes to the outside. Freyhard covers to the inside. It's going to be tied because Freyhard, I don't think the softs are going to, well, they are going to last, but they are starting to die a little bit. But Peanut is
all Freyhard needs to do is to make sure that he gets within, doesn't get another penalty because he's on 2 warnings for his next penalty.
Yes.
So the next warning he gets will be his 3rd. So all he needs to do really is make sure that he doesn't fall over 3 seconds behind the Sauber, which is already behind him. And Peanut's not activating his DRS. He may have a failure, but I'm not sure. Because those are quite common in this game.
Yeah, Freyhard goes to the inside, so a bit of touching from Peanut almost. So there goes Freyhard up into P5. On the penultimate lap then, gap to lead at 2.1. Sam, he's got to vote his 11 lap use supers. That is going to be tight towards the end there. He's got to, I think all he's got to do now is save, and make sure that he doesn't go above 3 seconds. I think he's not pushing at the moment. It doesn't look like he's pushing. He just wants to get his tyres to the end and not make any mistakes. And it looks like he's going to be all right by looks of things. That's going to be close. But on the final lap now, and Steerage still leads. Peanut is still right behind Freyhard still. He's got a deficit to make up. He's gone right for Ascari. And I'm looking at Freyhard's tyres. His fronts look all right. It looks still quite shiny. I think his rears are the ones that are starting to die a little bit. I think, as Jason gets another penalty. How many penalties does Jason have? Quite a lot.
I think he's got quite a few. I've seen his name pop up quite a few times in the penalty box. Let me check. got 5 penalties.
Wow, that's probably the most I've
yeah,
seen from
he's going to go. Probably going to be out the point. He's probably going to be P10 by the time he comes across the line, unfortunately. But not much you can do about penalties. That's probably the most I've seen for a while, unfortunately. But Epix is looking good for a first podium, providing that Dragon Shanley doesn't get too close. Let me check how many penalties the two of them got. Shanley has got 2 penalties. Epix has got 1 penalty. So Epix looking really good.
Yep, he is. As long as Shanley doesn't challenge Epix, he's going to be fine. Going for his scar, we will just watch. But let's go on board with Steerage as he comes across the line, across the final corner. He's not going to win on track, sadly, unless Sam has a penalty. As Steerage comes across the line. Oh! That was close. He bins it in the wall. He makes it just in time. And Sam wins the Italian Grand Prix. Epix and Dragon, final lap battle then. But I don't think it matters. If Epix is going to get P3 whatever happens. Yes, he does. He's gained his first podium. And Freyhard and Peanut fighting on the final lap. Oh, it's going to be tight. Peanut goes on the inside. Let's see what he does. Go side by side into the final corner. Freyhard just gets it. But obviously do penalties anyway. Let's see where Jason
Callum G goes up to P5.
Oh yeah, Callum G, another good result for him. Jason gets P8 on track. How about Hamilton? Hamilton jumps to P8. How about Edited Fawn? Let's see.
He might just be ahead of Edited Fawn, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, I think. I didn't see that name swap around.
Edited
I'm going to have a bounce.
Edited Fawn is the... thanks, Jack, for joining me in the commentary box. Have a good takeaway. And, yes.
Cheers.
We have got the standings coming up for you for now, but Sam did what he needed to do in that final lap. And he did what he needs to do. He tried to conserve his tyres, and that's what helped him gain the victory. It was a shame Steerage got that time penalty, but very well deserved from Epix, that podium there, despite that incident. So, we're going to get people into the party pretty soon as well. But Sam extends his lead in the driver's standings, which is what he needs right now. So, well done to him. And we're going to go to Japan next week. And Japan is quite tricky. So, and you might just hear Epic's voice in the chat. But there we go. So, Sam takes the win from Steerage there. 1.5 seconds the difference was. With Epix in third. Dragon Shanley fourth. Callum G, another good result for him in fifth. Freyhard sixth. Peanuts, his first point of the season. Well done to him in seventh. Probably one of the contenders for driver of the day. Hamilton in 8th, Jason in 9th, and Edited Fawn rounds up your top 10 with Rampage, your final finisher, and your non-finishers AJH, Joker, Leopard, Jack, Street Gamer, and Blazer Guns. Now, we are going to get our top 3 into the party. So, if you excuse me a minute, I will... Once we get into the lobby, we'll try and make that happen. So we'll have to wait and see. So excuse me a minute whilst I get all these lot into that. So I'm going to invite Sam. First of all, there we go. Invite. And let's see. And then I'm going to invite Steerage as well. And I will get Epix the other way because I can't spell his gamer tag. So I'm going to add as a friend. There we go. And I could see if I can add him here. So let me just search him a little bit. Oh, no, I'll have to search him once again, I think. And oh, he's added me as a friend anyway, so that's all good. So here we go. Just going to invite him, and now we should have everybody in the party once Epic comes in. Yes, we do. So first of all, we're going to start with Sam. Excuse me, my throat's going. Well done on P1. You did what you needed to do. Your tyres were almost hanging at the end there. How does it feel to get another win under your belt?
I came into it knowing that it was a must-win race because stage 1 free on bounce, and I know that I needed to stop that momentum going into the last 3 rounds of the season. And qualifying were it were too intense than it needed to be. I crossed the line with 1 second left in the session,
Whoa.
otherwise I wouldn't have got a lap in.
So how
And then,
sorry, carry on.
the start, I got an alright start, but then I couldn't really go anywhere. And then stage were pulling away, but I was saving my tyres massively because I knew that I wanted to go onto the supers in the second stint. And then that Dragon Shanley guy, I had a bit of an incident with him. I went down the inside into the second chicane, and then I were ahead, and then he just stuck his nose back in and sent me into the gravel, which cost me a couple of seconds, but I thought it was going to cost me the race at the time, but thankfully it didn't.
Yeah, that was very close. I had my heart racing through that as well. What made you go onto the super soft tyres? Because you had 2 choices, obviously, starting on the softs. Do you think it had a bit more grip than the mediums to try and gain positions, or because it must have been hard before going to the race deciding on what tyre you wanted to go?
Well, I were actually going to start on supers. That's because I didn't have any mediums in qualifying. That's what made it a bit of a mess. But then I saw everyone else were out on mediums, so then I decided to change my strategy around, and then, yeah, it paid off. But
Yeah, and well done to you on that. And going into Japan then, the next track, you're still in the lead of the championship. Is there any more you can do to try and extend your lead a little bit? Are you liking Japan, or do you put a lot of work in?
Japan's a track that I'm okay around, but I haven't really got enough laps in on this game around that track. I ain't done a league race on this game around that track, so I'm looking forward to another good battle. But yeah, I'm happy to increase my championship lead even more.
Yes, good job on the win there. Steerage gets the win on track, but due to penalty to P2, it must have been a tough race towards the end there. But tell me, what were your expectations going into this? Were you expecting the win, or were you hoping for as much points as you can get?
Yeah, firstly, congrats to Sam. He got the win, so hats off to him, and also Epic's on a good drive. It's nice to see him on the podium. Yeah, interesting race. Not really one. I had many expectations going in. If I'm honest, Jess, I was still fiddling with my setup an hour before the race, which isn't ideal, but I managed to get one. Jason and ILRT Hamilton had, if I'm honest, as good a pace, if not better than me in practice. I don't know what happened to those guys. I was talking to my teammate, and obviously I think he lost it on the start, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I think he got hit on the formation lap by someone not leaving a space, which again is just unfortunate for him, and just I don't think he can buy any luck. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. And the moment he's gone, I'm kind of guessing. I don't know what sort of tyre wear to compare to because he's pitted. So in practice, I never did softs to supers. It just wasn't possible for me. Obviously, the mediums I think were the right choice because I won the race on track. But obviously, with the penalty, it's just a bit unfortunate. As I say, I won't name the driver, but I come out of the pitch just behind them, and they sort of pushing me off track and really driving aggressively, like they're trying to race me for the win. I don't know why.
I saw that
I
as
was on
well.
cold mediums.
Yeah.
They don't need to be that aggressive, you know. Some guys need to just pick their fights. I'm not going to slate who it was. I'm not going to have a go. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes picking your fights is a lot better than causing, you know, hassle. And he probably slowed himself down, not only me. And I actually got a warning off that. So yeah, the warning was from the getting pushed through a scurry, so that gave me the penalty, which is unfortunate. But you know, there was 2 other times I exceeded the limit, so we'll take it. And you know, on one side, the constructors looks like it's pretty much wrapped us up for us, but obviously the drivers is just becoming really difficult now, and I'm gonna have to be perfect. I know I can do it, and I won't give up, but it's gonna be so tough. So we'll just see what happens.
You got a bit of fighting spirit because I do believe, I'm not sure how many wins you and Sam have got, so it's still going to be there. I need to do my math to see if Mercedes is on top. I think they should be because I think both of them are on there. Going into Japan then, what are you going to do to try and make sure that Sam has a bit of a tough time to hold on to his lead?
Yeah, Japan's a good track for me, I have to admit. Qualifying's important. It's not an easy track to overtake around, and so that's really important. I kind of need help from elsewhere now, to be honest. I kind of need my teammate, maybe Jason, Epix, a couple other guys to get in between me and Sam, which is difficult, but all I can do is win, to be honest, and that's what I plan to do. If I can win Japan, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be difficult from now, so we'll just have to see. I won't give up, as I said before, but
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. So, but I'm ready for it.
And we are ready to see the battle between you and Sam. It's going to be great. So best of luck to you both for the next race. And finally, our P3, which I swear every time we get a P3, we get a different podium sitter for a while, and that is Epic. She must be delighted with that result. Really good race for you. How does that make you feel for getting P3?
Yeah, happy. At no pace at all throughout the race to keep with the front guys. Made a setup change from a different race I did at Italy early in the week. Did not work at all. I think I was 15 seconds slower in general, so which would have been on the pace of Sam, I think, towards the end. But happy with the podium, first one in this league. Not been going right as of late in this league, so it's nice to get a bit of turn of luck.
How hard did you find the tyres in this race? What made you go into the strategy that you were going to do anyway? Did you obviously you changed your mind on what setup you were going to do? Did you change your mind on your strategy, or was it on your mind when you went into the lobby? You're like, right, I'm going on those tyres.
Knew the strategy, super soft to soft. It worked well before. I think it was just a setup change that really destroyed the rear tyres and couldn't push at all throughout the race. It was just a matter of keeping it on track, I think.
Yeah, and you haven't. There's some races you haven't had much luck. There's some races you've had luck as well. So, are you going to use momentum going into Japan then to keep a consistent run? And
yeah, hope so. Last year race is pretty strong for me, so hopefully just keep the consistency. That's what keeps you
head up.
within the podium. So yeah.
And thank you, Epics, and well done to all our podium sitters. Now, I would say ask for Jack for any final words, but he's having his takeaway right now, so I won't interrupt him on that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching the stream, as always. Thanks to Jack for commentating with me, and we'll be back next week for Japan. It's going to be very tricky, particularly in the S section and spoons as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to watch ILR 1, 2 and 3 PS4 on Sunday night for more Italian action, and then we've got the Americas League as well. But until next week, we'll see you same time on Friday night for the Japanese Grand Prix for ILR3 Xbox. I've been Jess Games, and we'll see you soon. Good night.